I've always been interested in fashion. I actually went to school for fashion temporarily. I grew up in the Valley, and so I'm very inspired by Valley and Valley girls. So is Snacks. Clueless is a movie that I grew up watching like all the time. It reminds me a lot of being like a teenage girl.
Sit around and stare at the mountains, at the birds, at the ocean, at the trees. We have fun.
My mom is kind of the person that introduced me to Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks. And my mom had a very kind of Stevie Nicks look when I was growing up. She wore a lot of kind of long witchy dresses and boots and lots of jewelry and stuff. And so I think that kind of the element of the Valley girl and like the 90s like crop tops and velvet skirts and thigh highs and like, you know, boots and all that kind of stuff kind of blends with this memory of seeing my mom kind of dressed up like in this Stevie Nicks kind of way.
Why would you live anywhere else?
You know, all of these things were inspired by vintage pieces. I think my favorite piece is the cropped Letterman jacket. My mom got me this really amazing Joni Mitchell varsity jacket for my birthday 2 years ago, and I think that like since then I've been really obsessed with them. I had this idea of just having like a varsity jacket kind of turned into almost like a crop top. I think it's very feminine, like it turns the varsity jacket, which is kind of I think more of like a masculine thing. I think you see a lot more men in varsity jackets. It kind of makes the varsity jacket very feminine. For me, making music is really personal. I write a lot about like what's going on in my life. It's very therapeutic to me. I actually think designing clothes is a lot less scary. It's less like putting all of your emotions and feelings out there and more about kind of just putting like your taste and your aesthetic out there. Music is something I love and it's something that I want to do for the rest of my life, but I do think it's important to kind of express yourself in other outlets. Doing this fashion thing has been very, very interesting and freeing because I just get to not be behind a microphone for once. So it's nice to like be behind something else.